Shalom Aleichem. Once again, we have a nice learning Divrei Torah from the Sefer Rav Shalom from Rav Shalom Adler, and let's take a look on Parshas Mattos. Let's take a look right now. So this is Parshas Mattos on Nidorim. Okay. Ish ki yidor neder l'Hashem o hishava shvua. If a man makes a vow to Hashem, or if he makes a swearing, begomer, lo yachel devaro, he should not. Lo yachel devaro, he should not. He should make sure to do it. He shouldn't become weak, God forbid, and not do the vowing or the swearing. In other words, he has to keep it. Everything that comes out of his mouth, everything that comes out of his mouth, he should do. Nire hapshat, the adua ma she'amru b'shas. So the pshat, the explanation seems that it is known. The adua, it is known. Ma she'amru b'shas, what is said in the shas, in the Mishnayos and the Talmud, Chulin, al shetov mizeh umizeh shelo yidor klal. Because better than both things, better than making a neder or making a shavua, shelo yidor klal, is that he shouldn't make a neder at all. He should not make a vow at all, because it's a very serious thing to make a neder. So once better than everything is not to make a neder. Shamar Shlomo, because Shlomo HaMelech said, "V'afilu hachi motzinu sheledavar mitzvah mutar lezareis atzmo v'leafrushe meisura mutar." However, for a davar mitzvah, for doing a mitzvah, for the subject of a mitzvah, mutar lezareis atzmo, you're allowed to make yourself give yourself idud, to make yourself more enthusiastic to do the mitzvah, to give yourself an incentive. Lezareis atzmo, to make yourself more enthusiastic, and this way you will separate yourself from that which is asur, from that which is forbidden, mutter. So then it's mutter to make a neder. So then it's mutter to make a neder. Or mitzvah ika, and it's a mitzvah. There's a mitzvah in doing this. If you're going to do this for the sake of doing a mitzvah, kidomatzinu b'David nishpati v'akayma lishmor mishpatei tzidkecha, like we find in David HaMelech, King David. Nishpati v'akayma lishmor mishpatei tzidkecha. I swore, and I fulfilled it. He fulfilled what he swore. Lishmor, to watch, to make sure to do the mitzvah, or to make sure to not do an avera. Mishpatei tzidkecha, your judgments, your just judgments. He made a nishvua nishpati v'akayma. Then he was mekayim it. He made sure to do it. Lishmor, to watch, mishpatei tzidkecha, Hashem's mishpatim, his judgments, his mitzvos. V'lehiyos ki ha'adam alul lachato b'mo piv b'devarim b'telim. And and also it's known that ki ha'adam, that a person alul lachato b'mo piv, that a person is able to sin with his mouth, b'devarim b'telim. Lachato b'mo piv b'devarim b'telim, with his mouth, b'devarim b'telim. In many things, words that are of no value, but the Devarim B'Telim. In other words, when we talk about nonsense, or in other words, we're supposed to be talking about the very Torah, but if we talk about nonsense, or lashon hara, or this is talking bad about other people, v'letzanos, or letzanos is making fun, v'letzanos, v'rechilos, and also saying bad things about people. We can learn, it can be learned exactly what it is with Hashem's help. And also just joking around. In other words, v'hitul. In other words, all kinds of things. One should be really learning and the right Torah. So in other words, there are many ways that the mouth can cause a person to sin. That's b'lashon hara, whether lashon hara, saying bad things about people, v'latzanos, just joking around, mindlessly joking around, v'rechilas, that's another type of lashon hara, shechok, that all just kind of joking for no reason, v'hitil. U'mechalel hamatana shenasa lo habore yeter al kol haberuim l'toraso v'la'avodaso b'devarim shel ma bekach. So umechalel hamatana, so he profanes the matana, the gift, shenosan lo habari, that Hashem, the Creator, gave him, yeter al kol habaruim, more than all of the other creations. In other words, an animal cannot talk. An animal can't talk. A person can talk. Al kol habaruim l'toraso, he gave the person this gift for learning his Torah, for Hashem's Torah, l'toraso v'la'avodaso, doing his avodah, his work, his service of Hashem. The davening is the service of Hashem. Doing good things with your words, helping people out with your words. B'devarim shel ma bekach, and one is using his mouth with shel ma bekach, that of value which is negligible. So this makes him, God forbid, worse than all the behemoths. The behemoths don't have any choice. They don't know how to communicate, to talk. A person knows how to talk. Hashem gave us, a person, the gift of talking, of communicating. Lazeh Amar Ish ki idor neder. So therefore it says, Ish, every man, ki idor neder, when he makes a vow, Rochalomer, Eize neder mutar lecha, which means any neder, any vow which is mutar lecha, which is permitted to you. V'hainu, which kind of neder is permitted to you? V'hainu lizaris etz atzmo la'avodaso, to make yourself more enthused to serve Hashem. Azai reishis kol. So therefore, reishis kol, the beginning of everything, is to zares etz atzmecha, make yourself enthusiastic to do the mitzvos. To v'ta'aseh neder shelo techalel devarecha, and you can make a neder. One can make a neder, a vow, shelo techalel devarecha b'sicha b'teila, that you will not profane your words with b'sicha b'teila, with the words which are valueless. B'sicha, the sicha is speech. B'teila, batel means it has no value at all. V'zeh lo yachel devaro, and this lo yachel devaro, he should not profane his words. Lo yachel devaro. V'yalzeh yihyeh haneder shelo yechalel devaro. V'yalzeh yihyeh haneder, and on this the neder will be shelo yechalel devaro, that he should not profane his words. In other words, the words that we say should have value. They should be to make other people want to do avodas Hashem, for us to do avodas Hashem, to be learning and to be davening, etc. Rotzel Omer, Diburo bekama inyane diburim shel aveira lo yachal dibaro. Rotzel Omer, you shouldn't profane your words. Rotzel Omer, which means Diburo bekama inyane diburim shel aveira. In other words, his talking in all of the ways, all of the words of Aveira. Ki hadibur hu yakar mikol hon. Because our words, the words that a person uses, hu yakar mikol hon, is more value, has more value than all of the treasure. Umefarish, and it explains, im kota aseh, v'taseh lecha shoftim v'shotrim, al motzos v'secha. Mefarish explains, im kota aseh, if you do such a thing this way, v'taseh lecha shoftim v'shotrim, al motzos v'secha, and you will make shoftim v'shotrim, you will make judges and police and guard, like police, to guard whatever you say. Al motzos v'secha, what comes out of your mouth. Ayin nachal kidumim Parshas shoftim. See nachal kidumim and Parshas shoftim. Azai kichol hayotze mipiv yaseh. Azai then kichol hayotze mipiv yaseh. Then everything that comes out of your mouth, you should do. Yaseh, you should do. Rotzel Omer, im adam kazem motzo dibor mipiv hein letav ola bayish. Which means to say, if a person like this, Motze Dibur Mipiv, he takes something out of, he says a word, Hein Latav, whether for good, Ola Bayish, or not so good, Chas v'Shalom, Mekayim Ababri Motzos Vasov, then Hashem, the Creator, is Mekayim, fulfills that which the person says. If the person is very, very medaktek, to say only good, and to say what he has to be saying, and not to say not things that he should not be saying. So then Mekayim Abari Motzos Vasov, then Hashem is Mekayim. Hashem is fulfills Motzos Vasov, that which comes out of his mouth, that which the person says. V'zehu Yaseh HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and this is Yaseh HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that Hashem, Kichol Hayotze Mipiv Yaseh, everything that comes out of his mouth, he will do. V'zehu v'Yaseh HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That means Yaseh, Hashem will be the one that will make sure that it's Mekayim with Hashem, for the good, with Hashem's help. K'de'ita b'Sfarim, like it says in Sfarim, the various holy Sfarim. Shadam Shalom Omar Dabor Sheker Mipiv Me'olam, that a person that never said anything that is not that is sheker, that is false, mipiv, out of his mouth, Me'olam, if a person never said anything out of his mouth that was false, forever, Gam zeh hadibor mukhrach leskayim. Gam zeh hadibor mukhrach leskayim. So when he does say something, that means he's saying something good. So it's mukhrach leskayim. It should have kiyum. It should have permanence. The good things that he says, because he's making sure to say the good things. It should be mekayim. Ayin benachal kidumim v'avein. Look at benachal kidumim v'avein. This is from Parshas Mattos, and this is here the Sefer of Rav Shalom. Rav Shalom by Rav Shalom Adler. That's how Rav Shalom Adler. Yes, Yeshikayach, and Hashem should help, and things should be good for the Yidden, and the people that need a refuah, should have a refuah. Shalema. So Hashem should help us, and through the bad times, things should be good, and the refuos and yeshuos and all people that need things should get them with Hashem's help. Thank you so much, and hatzlacha with the learning and the doing the mitzvos. Yasher koyach, toda Rabbi.